The weekend is right around the corner, and so is KidNuz. But first...
Who says gaming can't be educational or that education can't be fun? Enter Adventure Academy, an immersive world where 8 to 13-year-olds can challenge their friends in all sorts of subjects, all while earning rewards to customize their avatars and flex their own personal style. Support your kids' learning while maximizing their fun. Did we mention it's from the makers of the oh-so-popular ABC Mouse and available on tablets, smartphones, and computers? And for a limited time, KidNuz fans get special treatment. Use our promo code and get the first 2 months for only $5 by going to adventureacademy.com/KidNuz.
Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. Today is Friday, October 20th, 2023. And we begin with University of Michigan's so far undefeated football program caught in the eye of a sign-stealing storm. The NCAA announced yesterday that it's investigating allegations of wrongdoing by the Wolverines, specifically whether they sent staff off campus to scout future opponents in person in an effort to gather information on the signals they use to call plays. That practice has been illegal since 1994. The team's coach, Jim Harbaugh, sat out the first 3 games of this season for allegations related to other NCAA violations, but last night, through his attorney, he said he has no knowledge of sign stealing and is as surprised as anyone by the accusation. Michigan's athletic director maintains that the program is committed to the highest standards of ethics and integrity and that it will cooperate with the investigation. The team faces off against their in-state rival, Michigan State, tomorrow. President Biden gave a rare primetime address to the nation last night. In it, he pled his case to the American people about why it's important for the U.S. to continue to support Ukraine in its battle against Russia and now Israel in its war against Hamas. Mr. Biden is expected to make a formal request of over $100 billion from Congress for aid and resources for both countries and stress the high price of turning a blind eye to global challenges. In the meantime, help looks to be on the way to residents of the Gaza Strip who've been facing food, water, and medicine shortages. The New York Times is reporting the United Nations has negotiated an agreement that will allow aid trucks to enter Gaza from Egypt after passing inspection from international observers. No word yet on when it might begin. A winter weather forecast that's truly all over the map. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has released its official wintertime outlook for the U.S. It's predicting a strong El Nino weather pattern, the first one in 4 years for the entire country. But how that will affect you depends entirely on where you live. Residents of the northern U.S. can likely expect above-average temperatures, while those living in the south and parts of the west coast are on track for cooler and wetter winter months, which could ease drought conditions. For passengers who like to board early, the booking choice between aisle or window seat on one airline just got a little clearer. Starting next week, and just in time for the busy holiday season, United is rolling out a new system designed to speed up the boarding process. Called Wilma, flyers sitting in window seats will board first, with middle seat occupants going next, and aisle seat holders pulling up the rear. The new system applies only to economy ticket holders, not those with priority or pre-boarding status. According to ABC News, the new time-saving method has been pre-tested at 4 locations and comes in response to rising boarding times in recent years. How much time will it save per flight? A whopping 2 minutes. Streaming and eating, they're both getting more expensive. First, Netflix is again raising monthly subscription fees for its ad-free plans. Subscribers of the top tier, where up to 4 devices can be used at once, will have to shell out an extra $3 a month for the privilege, while its basic ad-free plan will go up $2 a month, according to the New York Post. The cost to watch Netflix with ads remains unchanged. In the meantime, Chipotle's chief corporate affairs officer tells CNN that customers of the fast Mexican food chain are also in for a modest price increase to offset inflation, although she offered no further details. Still to come, a maritime miracle in Alaska's icy seas. But first, Lula's family in Washington, D.C. and Bethesda, Maryland want to give her a big shout out for her 12th birthday. Lula, Arthur, Maggie, Bridget, and Thor love your energy, kindness, and killer dance moves. And they hope you have a great day celebrating with your friends at OLOL. There's no place like Lourdes. Now, today's KidNuz quiz. The NCAA is accusing what college football team of illegal sign stealing? University of Michigan. What weather pattern is set to make its first appearance this winter in 4 years? El Nino. What's the name of United's new boarding process? Wilma. How much more will Netflix subscribers have to shell out for its premium monthly plan? $3 per month. In our KidNuz Kicker, a remarkable rescue off the coast of southeast Alaska. Last week, while on a boat 4 miles from land, state troopers spotted 2 deer battling to stay afloat in an unforgiving current. The officers cut the engine so they wouldn't get spooked, then watched the animals as they seemed to realize that help was at hand. Both deer made a beeline for the vessel and even paddled to the swim step where the frigid and normally wild animals let the officers pull them aboard. After a short ride to a nearby beach, the troopers described giving them a big bear hug to move them off the boat to dry land. After a few moments, the deer regained their land legs and trotted off to safety. Thanks again to Lula's family in Washington, D.C. and Bethesda, Maryland for underwriting today's quiz. Happy birthday to Lula, and a big hello to her friends and teachers at Our Lady of Lourdes. And shout-outs to our other KidNuz classrooms, Ms. Jacobs and her Tigers at Startown School in Newton, North Carolina, Dr. Olala and her Raiders at Reynolds School in Greenville, Pennsylvania, and Mrs. Martinez and her Grizzlies at Gravenstein School in Sebastopol, California. Thanks for listening. Remember to check out our Week in Review quiz and our weekly word search. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here for more KidNuz Monday morning.